Oh god, I'm so fucking stupid. Maybe one day. Alright, I'm gonna bet more than an hour. I'm in the queue for the PS5 right now. I'm gonna guess more than an hour. Yesterday it was more than an hour. I could have bought a PS5 yesterday. They went up at GameStop, and because it was like, hey, GameStop put out a thing that was like, hey, PS5s are going up later today, and I went on GameStop like, I don't know, like 30 seconds before Wario64 tweeted about it, and they were up. I could have had one yesterday. The wait is more than an hour. Yep. I could have had a PS5 yesterday. I was up, and not one of those stupid fucking GameStop bundles. You know, the bundles that have like 40 fucking games in them. Nah, not one of those. Like an actual like just the console. Right now it's 2:01. Really isn't any news to share today. Give yourself a pat on the back. So you made it halfway through the week. Let's finish strong. Isabel signing off. Yeah, I could have done it. I could have, but I didn't. I'm still holding back, and it's still that the increased price of games. That's still what kills me. I mean, I think $60 is too much for many games. Yes, I am the person who is defending Skyward Sword's $60 price, and I use defending in the loosest possible terms, I should say. But $70 for games? I mean, maybe if we knew if they were paying their employees well, and they were treating their developers right, maybe. But most of these studios, Activision Blizzard, EA, Ubisoft, they aren't. They are not treating their employees right. And they're raising the price anyways. The $60 myth is a real thing. I know places will argue it's not, but those people are... Well, okay, they don't always intend to be shills, but they definitely do some shilling for the game industry. I think we have pumpkins today, but I don't think no fruit. Where's my rack? My nose burns for some reason right now. Let's talk. Are you here to hang out with me? No. So yeah, today is the last day of snow, and then it all melts tomorrow. Probably. I don't know, I've said the plan for tomorrow is cleanup stream. We're just cleaning up. That's it. That's our end game tomorrow. Cleanup stream. That should be fun. Okay, it's gonna suck, because the best thing on the island is getting cleaned up. Maybe we'll have to recreate it using other items. Just thinking about you. Yeah, maybe we'll have to recreate it using other items. Could I? I mean, there's nothing stopping me. Oh, and then... that's in March. The update will probably be out later today. Oh, Leaf's here today. Yeah, if I had to guess, the update will be out later today. Probably later tonight, probably around, like, whatever. Hey, Magical Wizard. Just stopping by to say hi. Well, hi to you two. Any big plans today? Also, Mario update. Well, it comes out tomorrow, but they normally will drop it off. They will normally release it like the night before. I've literally done a stream, and the update got released in the middle of the stream. That happened. I think that was the 1.5 update or something like that. Yeah, they usually release it, the updates come out Thursday, and they usually release them Wednesday night. No plans? Eh. My plans are Age of Calamity. Oh my god, I am so fucking addicted to that game right now. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't really have anything else planned. God, yeah, it's gonna suck to take this down, because this is one of the nicest looking things on the island. We're gonna have to replace it with something else. Maybe we'll stop by the computer shopping thingy and see if we can find any cool thing to replace it with. I mean, I can think of like a spring, instead of ice, maybe do like a spring version of this, plant some actual trees. A stone. Oh, can I? Yeah, is that possible? Maybe we'll experiment. I don't know. Maybe we'll experiment with it tomorrow. Yeah, maybe like a spring version with like flower. Oh, fuck. I just had an idea. Oh, that's the plan tomorrow. Or maybe not tomorrow, but maybe the day after that. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh boy, I just thought of something to do. That'll be fun. Yeah, we gotta clean some of these up. Don't need any purples. I don't even like how the purple roses are just so dark. That's why I don't care for them. Like, you look at all these, like, these other purples, and they're so much lighter. We have 2 fossils. We're missing 2. Yeah, we can find 2 fossils. That doesn't sound too hard. Anything up by the tomb of the unknown villager? Nope, nothing. Yeah, nothing over here. I'll have to check Fruit Island. Here's one. And then I might have big plans this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. And when I say big, it involves the stream. I don't know. We shall see. I make no guarantee at this moment. About anything, really. So, but yeah, we'll see. I had an idea. Oh, God. I was trying to watch that Valheim right before the stream started. I was trying to watch that Valheim. I don't think that game's for me. I mean, admittedly, I said the same thing about, like, 7 Days to Die. Yeah, and I ended up enjoying 7 Days to Die, but I really just had to dedicate a lot of time to it to, like, get there. I guess I just haven't dedicated that time to Valheim yet. I don't know, unlike at least I think I get the appeal of this one, unlike Phasmophobia, that I still don't get Phasmophobia. Like, I don't get what everybody sees in that one. I know people like it, but I don't get it. I just don't. I tried. And I do not get Phasmophobia. So we're missing 1. I haven't seen anything. So that means it's... Normally that means it's near the flowers. So I'll have to go look by there. But yeah, I know Valheim is like this big popular Steam game that just blew up. Oh, we should move this. And there's our new snowball. But yeah, I guess I just don't get it. Yet. I mean, it's a survival game, okay? But there's like a billion of those survival games. And, oh, there it is. And why would I play Valheim when I could play, I don't know, fucking, Subnautica? I need to, I've owned Subnautica for years now. And I tried to play it, and I just did not make as much progress in it as I wanted to. Especially because I think at the time they were still in beta. But we're now full release, and I think the sequel isn't, Subnautica Sub-Zero is in beta. So yeah, at some point, is it on Game Pass? Is Subnautica on Game Pass? If it is, I'd be willing to give it another try. Today is the last day to catch the dung beetle, because the snow goes away tomorrow. I actually don't know if that's on Game Pass. God, I'm so bad with Xbox games. I know I still have Game Pass for another, like, 6 months, I think? 7 months? But I'm still, I should be playing more stuff on it. Yeah, I think it's 6. Nope, instead I bought Age of Calamity and I've put 20 plus hours into it. I'm really enjoying it. There was one moment that just I was just like left speechless. That's all I'm gonna say. I was left fucking speechless. And then I unlocked one of the characters and I was like, wait, what? What? Holy what? Right? That it blew me away because I was not expecting it. But I'm normally in any other game, I would say I'm near the end of Age of Calamity. But because I know what's going on, and just immediately off the bat, the game is making time travel noises. Like, that's the first scene of the fucking game, is it's making time travel noises. So I'm pretty sure something's gonna happen, or else I would think I'm near the end of the game. I'm probably, I don't know, I keep doing all these side challenges and whatnot, and they're fine. My problem with the game is that, okay, I'm going to use an example here from a recent game, Yakuza Like a Dragon. So, in the story mode of Yakuza Like a Dragon, at one point, you'll beat a story mission, and it'll be like, hey, to play the next story mission, you need to be 10 levels higher. Right? And it's like, oh, well, so now you have to grind to get those extra 10 levels. No, you don't have to do that. Because Yakuza Like a Dragon is a good game, there's a dojo that you can go to in the game. Like, after you beat the story mission, it'll you unlock the mission that's like, hey, you need to be 10 levels higher, and you unlock the dojo, or whatever it's called. It's like a dungeon thing. And if you beat the dungeon, it'll give you just 10 levels, right? You gain 10 levels by playing through the dungeon. So, like, the game has, theoretically, it has grinding in it, but it's also got, like, this, like, thing to get around the grinding. It's very clever in that way. Yakuza, I've never played a Yakuza game, but Yakuza Like a Dragon, that was, admittedly, okay, I have not played Yakuza Like a Dragon. That was an example told to me, right? That's what, somebody else told me that. And I was like, hey, that sounds great. I don't know, Yakuza Like a Dragon looks like an amazing fucking game. From everything I've heard about it, it seems like an amazing game. So at some point I'll have to give that a try, as well as the rest of the Yakuza series. But right, that's how a good game does things. And a little grinding's fine. My problem with Age of Calamity is I beat a story mission, and then it's like, hey, before you do the next story mission, you have to be like, I don't know, like 8 levels higher. So, and whenever you beat a story mission, you unlock like a bunch of like challenges and whatnot. But because you have like so many characters and everything, doing all, like, if you want to like keep your characters all around the same level, there's just no way. Doing all the challenges, at most, doing a challenge gets you a single level. So there's just no way to keep all of your characters at the same level. And I don't know, maybe if you just used one character, like let's say I just focused on Link, maybe I'd be able to keep up with the story level. And for a while, Link was always ahead of the curve. Link was always my strongest, and I think he still is. But yeah, it's just kind of like, it's weird that again, I've never played a Musou game, but it's just weird that after, like, maybe it's just because I'm trying to, like, diversify my characters, because there aren't many characters I hate. There are some, or that not that I hate. I just don't like playing as them. That's what I mean. Maybe it's because I'm trying to use every character. But yeah, I always feel like I'm always under-leveled for everything. And that kind of sucks, you know? So yeah, if I had a problem with Age of Calamity right now, it's that I always just kind of feel like I'm under-leveled. Not that it's like making the game that hard or anything, I should say. Like, I'm not like struggling to, like, yeah, I've lost a few like challenges and whatnot, but I'm not really like struggling or anything. And I'm still really enjoying it. So it's definitely doing something right. Those are our last 4 snowflakes. Good thing we're gonna sell them. A street. Ooh, what's that? What's a street piano? I have an image in my head. Not that. What set is that from? We're not missing any of these, right? I don't think we are. If we are, we're missing a floor, maybe? Unless there's not a snowflake floor, I guess. I think I've got them all. Because, yeah, today is, I guess, also the last day to get those. Yeah, yeah, and also with Age of Calamity, normally I defend motion controls. I know there are people who are like, oh, motion controls are bad. They're a less immersive way to play games. We're gonna keep those. I personally don't see it that way. I think motion controls are fine. I have no problem with motion controls. Never really have. I mean, and like Skyward Sword, the game that's infamous for having bad motion controls, I never had a problem with. So maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, so I've always like Nintendo, I think, does some good motion controls. Splatoon has good motion controls, especially on like because shooters on console, like mouse and keyboard just are great for shooters. But motion controls, I still think work for shooters, and Splatoon is proof of that. Yeah, it's not amazing, as good as mouse and keyboard, but it's still pretty good. Mouse and keyboard are bad. It's basically the opposite of like a racing game, right? Like a driving game works so much better on controller than it does on mouse and keyboard. Platformers, same thing. A platformer works so much better with a D-pad than it does with a WASD. Oh, we gotta go get pumpkins, yeah. But yeah, in Age of Calamity, the motion control stuff, which I think was revealed in a trailer, but I'm not gonna say what it is, just in case. I'm saying very light on spoilers here, I guess. The motion control stuff in Age of Calamity, I do not like at all. I did the first few missions with the motion controls on. Not specifically during these specific segments. Not all the time. I think normally it's fine, but it's during these specific segments. You'll know what I'm talking about if you play the game, or if you have. The motion controls are terrible. But in the other segments, I guess like using it to like shoot an arrow or throw a bomb or whatever, it's fine. But in these segments, the motion control sucked. I did the first few missions with them, hated them. Turned it off for the second, for some of the other ones, or for all the ones after that. Yeah, no, it's so much better. It is so, oh my, the motion controls just kind of suck. Because I was like, oh, I don't like, because I had heard that these segments were bad, because I think these were in trailers and whatnot. So I could theoretically say them. But I had heard that people didn't like these segments. But playing them without the motion controls, it's so much better. I mean, they're not amazing or anything, but they're not bad. So, I don't know. PS5s are still available, and I've got more than an hour wait. The closest I've ever gotten was 20 minutes. I had a 20-minute wait one time on the PlayStation Direct. Still, nope, they sold out with like 20 minutes left to go. Again, I could have had one last night. It just didn't happen. I cannot bring myself to buy a PS5. I just can't. I want to. Because there are some games I'm interested in. But there are also some that I just don't give a shit about. And I guess I can't bring myself to buy it because of the higher price point. Because of all this thing. Hey, Fox and Icy. How you doing? But speaking of PlayStation, while I'm thinking about it, tomorrow is a PlayStation State of Play. So right there, Direct-esque thing is tomorrow. They're talking about 10 games over the span of 30 minutes. Now, much like how Nintendo Directs way back in the day used to suck, these PlayStation State of Plays used to suck as well. But in last year especially, they stepped up their game and they have gotten a lot better. The two or three State of Plays last year were actually pretty decent. And so yeah, we've got a State of Play tomorrow. I do not know if I will be streaming it. I want to, but there might be something that's come up around that time. So we probably won't. But I don't know. If not, we'll stream Animal Crossing afterwards, and I'll talk about it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we've got a State of Play tomorrow. That sounds like fun. I mean, we got a Nintendo Direct a few weeks ago. Was there something I wanted to buy from these? Oh, turnip prices. Yes, we need to check our turnip prices. If they're at, I think our maximum is 132, so we're looking to get around 132. 116 isn't bad, but I think we're gonna wait. I'm trying to get at least over 120. I'd love to get as close to 132 as possible, because that's our maximum. So maybe we'll get around, right, maybe we'll get 125 would be great. Let's go in here, I guess. Oh, my nose is all clogged up today. Ugh, it's so weird. Ooh. Yeah, gross. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a rubber apron. We don't have one of those, so we might as well buy it. We got some elegant dresses. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, any predictions for the State of Play tomorrow? If I had, I'm gonna say much like how I said no Breath of the Wild, I'm gonna say no God of War Ragnarok. I actually saw somebody today. Oh God, was it Tim Geddes? It was probably Tim Geddes, being like, "Oh, if we like last week we didn't get." He said something along the lines of like, "Last week we didn't get Breath of the Wild at the Nintendo Direct, and people lost their minds because we got no Breath of the Wild. But this time at the PlayStation Direct, I'm not expecting to get God of War, and if we don't get God of War, I'm sure people won't complain too much." That fucking... I know all we have for God of War Ragnarok is a teaser, right? We only have like a teaser image, whereas Breath of the Wild 2, we got an actual trailer. But that fucking double standard, man. And I know, and Tim Geddes is the first one to come to mind, but I'm sure he's not the only person to say shit like that. I know it's like Metroid Prime 4, right? And I'm sure there are people who, if God of War doesn't come to this thing, they'll be disappointed. Statistically, that's true. There are a bunch of people like that. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok is kind of in the same position as like Metroid Prime 4. In fact, Metroid Prime 4 is probably in a worse position, because we know that game restarted development. But every Direct, people still expect to see something from it, when I think next year is literally the earliest we could see something from it. Because again, it restarted development, for Christ's sake. So we're looking for a thing to help out Pascal. Or Scallop, because we haven't gone diving in a while, so I thought, let's do that. We were going to do it yesterday, but whatever. But yeah, so I'm not expecting God of War Ragnarok. They just announced a delay for... Not Drive Club. Oh no, maybe was that an Xbox game? Some racing game got delayed yesterday. I thought it was something PlayStation related. Forza Horizon 7, maybe? But I thought Forza was an Xbox game. Drive Club's the PlayStation one. I don't know. Some racing game got delayed yesterday, so we're not expecting to see that. I'm not PSVR, we talked about that a little yesterday, and how we're getting PSVR on PS5. I'm not expecting PSVR on Switch, or not. My brain's tongue twisted. I'm not expecting PSVR tomorrow. God. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the new Switch experiments with VR. I mean, Nintendo had that VR Labo. What was the tweet? I want to read the tweet. State of Play returns on Thursday. Tune in to see updates on deep dives for games coming to PS4 and PS5. At some point, they also specified that they're talking about 10 games. The show is 30 minutes, and they will not be talking about hardware. So yeah, we're not getting PSVR 2, obviously. I don't think we're getting, I know people want, there's the PS5, how it looks right now, and I know people want, like, a black PS5. I don't think we're getting anything on that. It would be interesting to see them address, like, the console shortages, and how, like, much people are struggling to get it, and how, like, bad the scalping market is and everything. It'd be interesting to see PlayStation address that, but I don't think they will. I mean, Nintendo never does, so I know PlayStation is a better or Sony, correction, is like a more, I don't want to use upfront company, but when it comes to hardware shortages, they handle it better. Except for this one time, I mean, okay, admittedly, if I wanted a PS5, like I said, I could have had one. I've had about a dozen opportunities to buy one. The thing that's stopping me is money, because I'm a poor, broke college student who could barely afford Nintendo Switch Online. What makes you think I can afford a PS5? Okay, I know I've said I had the money tucked away, but it's the games. But yeah, so I don't expect God of War. I don't expect anything hardware or anything like that. Kenya and the Bridge of Spirits would be cool to see again. That's a game that I think is super interesting. I'd love to see, oh god, what's that game? Pathless already came out. I think we're gonna get some, updates, like, I would not be surprised if we got, like, a Last of Us 2 update that's like, hey, The Last of Us 2 is coming to PS5 with a PS5 enhanced port. Because we know God of War got an enhanced port. Final Fantasy VII, I could see getting an enhanced port. I'm sure there are other games that could use an enhanced port. I know, like I said, I know God of War just got one. Horizon Zero Dawn, question mark? I don't know. Isn't that game on PC now? Bloodborne. Did Bloodborne get one? I don't know. The only one I can think of is God of War for some reason. I can see Horizon Forbidden West being talked about. That's same thing with Ratchet and Clank. I think those are two safe predictions. Yeah, God, my nose is all clogged up. This fucking sucks. Stupid springtime allergies. It's still winter, goddammit. But yeah, I'm... for Horizon Forbidden West is hopefully a summer title. Well, I say... Admittedly, I was hoping for Horizon Forbidden West was good. It might not be a summer... Actually, no, it's not going to be a summer title. We know Ratchet and Clank... the new Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is a summer title. And we're going to see more about that. We're going to learn more about... Who was it? Is Rosie the name? Or Rivet? Maybe Rivet was the name. Of the new, is it called a Lombat? I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game. But PlayStation is, if you have PS Plus, I think they are giving away the 2016 Ratchet and Clank game. Was it 2016? I don't, whatever the PS4 Ratchet and Clank game was. You know, the reboot that got that movie that wasn't that good. Yeah, that's, even though I heard the game was great. That game is free on PlayStation, I think, as of tomorrow, I think? Yeah, something like that. I don't know, I haven't played a Ratchet and Clank game, but I did actually, I had heard great things about that, and I did want to play that. I mean, yeah, the new one looks good, and I know tons of people are excited for that. So yeah, we'll see about that. But that's gonna, because that I think has a June release date, which is way later than we were expecting. But again, COVID, a lot of things are delayed because of COVID, and I feel like for every one person who's like understanding about that, like, oh yeah, things get delayed. For every one person who's like, oh yeah, I get that, there's like 10 people who just don't fucking understand that. Or unless a company like CD Projekt Red comes out and is like, hey, our game was delayed because of COVID. Or as Cyberpunk said, because of that cyber attack on their studio. They've delayed the next update for Cyberpunk 2077. Unless you're like super transparent with it, yeah, no, nobody's gonna give you any slack. And I mean, CD Projekt Red's not gonna get any slack because, yeah. But like Nintendo has remained very tight-lipped about how much COVID has affected them. It's if I had to guess, it's a pretty big deal actually. Nintendo was out of all gaming companies, Nintendo was probably hit the hardest from what it sounds like. Cuz even like PlayStation, a Japanese company, a lot of people forget this, but Sony has actually been shifting their interests to America. The Sony headquarters is now in the United States, if I remember correctly. Studios like Sony Santa Monica are here in the US. Or whatever. Things have shifted. Nintendo is still Nintendo, and Nintendo of America has literally no power. Like, right, it's just, right, Nintendo of America is overseen by Nintendo of Japan, and they're given no power. Nintendo's American development studio has little power as well, and they don't make game. They mostly help on games, and they rarely make them anymore, which fucking sucks. It's all complicated. But yeah, Guerrilla Games Horizon Forbidden West. That's got to be there. Because it probably will be delayed, sadly. Or at least, like, I was expecting it earlier in the year. That's probably their big, like, November game. I'm gonna guess that's gonna be it. And God of War Ragnarok, we're not gonna hear anything about. Or if we do, it's just that, hey, it's been pushed back to 2022. My guess is, yeah, it's been pushed back to 2022. We're probably not going to hear anything about it tomorrow, but yeah. But yeah, I'm going to guess they're going to end with Horizon Forbidden West, because that's kind of like your big thing. Maybe start with Ratchet and Clank, end with Horizon. Because PlayStation has learned that every conference needs to end with a bang. They have luckily learned that. So yeah, hopefully we'll get something good. And I'm sure we'll hear about other things. I don't know. Speaking of PlayStation games, we have new information on Fall Guys, which I know tons of people still like to decry dead game. Honestly, dead game is... People decry... Like, there are people who, back when Trump had a Twitter, there were people whose only job was to reply to Trump complaining. And yeah, that's basically Fall Guys' Twitter. There are people who it feels like their only job is to tell Fall Guys that it's a dead game, even though it's very much alive and doing fine. It's still a fun game. I mean, I don't play it as much as when it first came out, but I still play it. It's still a good game. I'll stand by Fall Guys being a good game. And yeah, and we found out yesterday they revealed Season 4. We don't know anything, but we know Season 4 is going to be the, it's Fall Guys 4041. This is basically their cyberpunk thing, right? If I had to guess, yeah, they're going to do, like, future cyberpunk style stuff. If I had to, and that sounds fun. Because, like, I felt like, because their first, right, the original Fall Guys, that was good. And then the second, the Fall Guys, where they did the Knights, that wasn't nearly as interesting, and I just didn't care for a lot of that stuff. But I felt like they've learned a lot since then, and the Fall Guys with, the winter update was great, right? Season 3 has been fantastic so far. So hopefully, right, it seems like they're learning what makes things good and whatnot. So hopefully the next update will be really cool. I have my hopes that, yeah, no, this could actually be very fun. I'm picturing, like, if you've ever played Cluster Truck, there's, like, a future level with, like, lasers, with, like, red lasers. And I'm picturing, like, a Fall Guys level using, like, red lasers like that. That's what I'm picturing in my head anyways. We don't need any of these crabs. I mean, I guess we'll keep the snow crab. But we don't need anything else. But yeah, no, that's my expectation for Fall Guys, anyways. Oh, also they revealed in Fall Guys that there's a Cuphead skin that again, Xbox game, and Fall Guys is coming to Xbox later in the year, but Cuphead is on all major platforms. It is still technically an indie game at the end of the day. And yeah, Cuphead is got skins in Fall Guys. I don't think they're kind of like the Goose Game skins. I don't think they're amazing, but I think they're neat. Right, that'll be fun. I don't think I have enough crowns. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any new, yeah. Cause yeah, I don't think I have enough crowns to get the new Fall Guys skins. I have like, I think I have 9. I just don't have that many. So, I don't know, but they look fine. They look fine. Honestly, oh yeah, Cuphead is in Smash Bros, isn't he? I'm thinking about buying that Smash Bros DLC. Which, speaking of Smash Bros DLC, we found out the Pyra and Mythra Direct is going to be happening on the 4th. The 4th is, I want to say it's a week from tomorrow. So yeah, got Nintendo Direct, State of Play this week, and another Nintendo news next week. I might actually buy the Smash Bros. DLC. I think, depending on how this goes with Pyra and Mythra and what gets revealed and everything, I think this might be enough to get me to buy the Smash Bros. DLC. I'll buy the DLC, and I think there's like a few Mii costumes I'm interested And like, I think the Cuphead costume is one of them. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, so where was I? Smash Bros. I'm I mean, we're gonna see Pyra and Mythra. We're gonna learn how they work and all that. Probably like a same day release that they'll be available later that day or the next day or some. I don't think it's gonna be like the Sephiroth thing where we have to wait a little bit, like a week or. I mean, because the Sephiroth challenge thing was cool. But yeah, I'm not. I just think it's gonna come out right. God, my throat is fucking killing me. My stupid... God. I think that, me costume-wise, I mean, we might see some more Xeno... I know there are... Because Rex is a Xenoblade is in the game. The cat girl, whose name I don't remember, is already in the game. So I don't expect anything... I mean, we might get some Xenoblade-related costumes, but there's also totally a chance we don't. I still want a Hollow Knight costume. I feel like we haven't... Most of, like, the, like, third-party indie DLC fighter costumes have been, gunners. I want Hollow Knight as a sword fighter. I want Shovel Knight as a sword fighter. Shovel Knight just got added into, For Honor. Remember that Ubisoft game nobody talked about because it wasn't that good, and maybe it's good now, but it's long past being relevant. Unlike Siege, that Ubisoft's doing a good job with Siege from what I hear, but everything else, nah, not relevant anymore. But yeah, I'd love to see a Shovel Knight Mii costume. I think that would be really cool because I know he's an assist trophy, but put him in as a fighter. Put him as I'd love for him to be a fighter, but I'd take a Mii costume of him as like a sword wielder with his shovel. That'd be cool. And then if Freddy Fazbear got in as a Mii fighter costume, as like a brawler, I'd be fine with that. I know some people hate that idea, but with all the Mii fighter costumes we've gotten so far, I'm fine with anything getting a Mii fighter's costume at this point. I think I'd be down for more Mii fighter costumes. I'd be down, even like after the Fighters Pass ends, if like Sakurai's team wants to keep working on, while Sakurai goes off and takes a vacation, if his team wants to keep like working on Mii costume stuff, that'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Because I don't know, because I remember there was a thing back in the day about Sakurai. He just didn't know if his team was ready, or he didn't believe his team was ready to make fighters without him, right? To make, like, characters. But I'd like to hope that between 4 and Ultimate, he's maybe trained his team, whatever team, to make these characters, like, without him. So that way he can go off and do other projects, right? He can go make his, Death Stranding, while his team part of his team anyways, stays behind and makes fighters. That would be the dream. I don't think that's ever going to happen, sadly. But yeah, I'd be down for that. I'd be down for an Echoes Fighter Pass with, like, give us, like, Shadow the Hedgehog and probably another Fire Emblem character. I'd be down for that. Again, never going to happen, but yeah. I'm still surprised Shadow the Hedgehog wasn't in the default game. It just give him like a gun and just to have him, mostly Sonic's moveset, but with a gun, and that would just make sense. And it just didn't happen. I don't know. Yeah, I want more indie representation. Because, yeah, and I know Ubisoft is represented in the Mii Fighters costumes. Bethesda's represent, because I think Vault Boy and... Isn't Skyrim guy a Mii Fighter? Oh god, could you imagine we get a Crash Bandicoot Mii Fighter costume? Could you imagine how, or a Sora? I honestly would have seen the Sephiroth thing. I could have totally seen a Sora. And then the Geno one pisses me off because they just brought back the Wii U's Geno costume. If legitimately, if they had just given the Geno costume a better head, right? Like giving it like a fully wooden head, kind of like the Volt Boy one or the Cuphead or the Sans one, I feel like far less people would have complained. I mean, people would have still complained, but the problem is, like, they can now just, like, fully submerge the head in a costume, and they just don't do it. Because the fully submerged head costumes, like Volt Boy, like Cuphead, like Geno, or like Volt Boy, like Cuphead, like Sans Undertale, just look so much better than what the Geno one. And I know somebody modded in a, like, full head Geno, and yeah, it looks way better. It's exactly what people want. I mean, okay, what people want is a fighter, but this is the best they're gonna get. We are not having any... All we need is a single fucking thing, and we are having no luck. Absolutely no luck with this stupid scallop. And the crab. Ugh. So, also in the news, Stardew Valley, Concerned Ape, announced yesterday that Stardew Valley is getting a board game, and it's available now. So if you want to go buy the Stardew Valley board game, you can go do that. I'm a board game guy. I like me some board game, but I also, admittedly, I don't spend that much money on board games, especially when there's so many more video games I would want to buy. And besides, most board games I buy are through Kickstarter. But I was like, ooh, this might be fun, right? A Stardew Valley board game. It's like $55. And I just like, I don't have the money. If it was like 30, I'd be like, yeah, let's fucking do this. But at 55, I just don't have the money. But it seems cool. It does seem cool, so... Yeah, Stardew Valley got itself a board game. Come on, I know the corner is up here somewheres. This is going to be like a giant clam or something. Yeah, here we are. Come on. There we go. Really? That was just a... We've caught like 4 snow crabs. That was going so... maybe giant clams not in season, but the other snow crabs I've caught were so much easier. This is a sea anemone. Yeah. Yeah, so Stardew Valley got a board game, and it looks real... Like, it looks like all the effort's there. It looks really well made. It's just... Yeah, no, I just... At that price point, I just can't. I don't have the money. But it's really cool I mean, just the fact that it's getting a board game is really cool regardless. Yeah, look at that Dungeness crab. We're not getting anything good today. Yeah, I did actually boot... I was thinking about Stardew Valley, so I booted up my save from the last time. Because I have one save. And it's... Oh, gosh. It's kind of a mess, and I don't entirely remember what was going on in it. If I ever play Stardew Valley again, I'm just going to have to restart it. I'll just create a new save. Because I just can't keep going where... I mean, I had a kid in that one, and my farm was going pretty well. But I just... I can't anymore. I like, my organization system... Because I actually keep almost, like, everything. I mean, yeah, I sell most of my fruit, but I keep some of it. Especially, like, the gold and iridium stuff. But yeah, there's all this new stuff added to the game, and... Yeah, if I play Stardew Valley again, I'm just going to have to start over with a new save. I think that's what's going to have to happen. Because it's been too long, and it's probably going to be for the best to just start from scratch. We just got in the corner. Don't give me that shit. Oh, come on. Really? I like, it turned so sharply. I figured we were at the corner, but we just keep going, so we can't be. There we are. Oh, it's a Venus comb. Or a flower basket. Venus comb's a seashell. Different thing. Yeah. God, I haven't played Stardew Valley in forever. The only game I'm playing is Age of Calamity at the moment. And I'm just gonna keep playing Age of Calamity. Because, yeah, why not? Again, I think I'm at the halfway point. If I had to get, if I made an normally I would think that I'm almost done. But, but based on some other things in the game, I'm guessing I'm at the halfway point. Just based on some other things. You need some crew. Huh, for some reason I thought that was the... What the heck are you? Are you the Red King then? What the heck are you? That's a snow crab. Yeah, that's the... Okay, so that was the Red King. And yeah, this... for some reason, I guess I mixed up this... We don't need extra snow crabs. I guess I just mixed them up in my head. The Venus flower basket's, though, a nice get. Yeah, look at it. That's a nice... We might keep that. So, I mean, we've been going for over half an hour, and I haven't found shit. But yeah, we're probably gonna call it there. I wonder if there's a place in the kitchen for the Venus flower basket. That might look nice. Yeah, I don't need any of these crabs. I mean, we're definitely when March rolls around, we're gonna go get a bunch of fucking spider crabs. I don't need the cycling shirt either, but we're gonna keep it. I have plans to get a shitload of spider crabs. I mean, admittedly, I don't have anything big planned. Or, well, okay, I had one stupid idea that we're barely going to be able to get done before the series ends. Just because of how this all works. I mean, again, we've got less than 30 days left. I think it's actually, or maybe it's 30 days today. No, it's less than 30 days today because, Oh, ooh, by the time the PlayStation sold out, I had 53 minutes left to go. I was less than an hour. I got to less than an hour. Wow. Again, gosh dang, honestly, I should just buy one and then just resell it. And then I'd easily recoup my money and make enough money. Because I'm so good at being able to get them that I could just buy one and then just resell it and make my money back. And be able to buy another one and get a game. If I was smart, I'd do that. Honestly, yeah, if I was smart, I would have done that back in November. When I had like 9 opportunities to get one. I would have just done that and gotten one and then resold it and made it like a I probably would. I'm not an asshole, so I probably would only charge, like, I don't know, a small markup. I'm not like those assholes who are like, oh, $1,000. Nah, fuck that. Yeah, that would have been... If I had gotten enough, I could have paid for my college. God, student loans. What you got for me, Whitney? Wooden chair. Ooh, wow. Oh, did I Wait, did I take money out of the bank? Okay, I guess I'm only paying like half attention at this point. Oh, God. And why did I forgot to sell a Dungeness crab? God, at some point we're gonna... Probably next month we're gonna sell all those DIYs. I just want them fucking gone. Yeah, okay, we accidentally took it all out. Oops. Fuck, why do I keep clicking withdrawal? There we go. We're back up to 50 mil. I mean, theoretically, I could sell my turnips now and we get up to like 55. King of the Mountains, because we're guaranteed fluctuating this week. But King of the Mountain is totally happening next week. Or, not next. I mean, King of the Mountain, whenever we get decreasing. We haven't had decreasing in a while. Honestly, if I was stupid, I'd do King of the Mountain this week. A fluctuating price point. That's not... I mean... Honestly, because we've gotten decreasing twice in a row. It's rare. You know what? I'm probably waiting for decreasing because I don't want to risk it all, you know. Any place upstairs to put this Venus flower basket? Doesn't look like it. It's like it's our vase. Oops. Yeah, God, look how much it lights up. Whatever, I'll just put it in storage. Yeah, we're definitely going spider crab hunting next month. Probably March 1st or probably March 1st. Just because we what's it called? Because the Mario stuff probably won't come in until the 2nd. Because we have to order it on the computer for some stupid fucking reason. Yep. Yes, sirree. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna... Today we just talked about the news, but yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with talking about the news. Let's get right into the news. I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Today we have a story on Leafy and his drama with Pyrocynical. Oh, God. I joke. Oh, we didn't even say hi to Marshall today. Whatever. Fuck it. Who cares? Yeah, so tomorrow, 50-50, if we'll do the State of Play, check the Discord. I'll probably put out, if we do the State of Play, I'll probably put out a notification. If we don't, then there won't be a notification. But yeah, it's around this, it's at this time tomorrow, I think. So, we'll see. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.